Matt, 2 pre-season games so far, 1-0 defeat to Chesham and a 3-3 draw with Walton and Hersham. What have you made of the campaign so far?
If you judge by results and results alone, then we've not been great. But pre-season is never about that for me. It's about making sure that the players are fit, the players are strong, they're understanding the messages that we're trying to get across to them as a group of staff, and they are. I think, look, the one thing that we have had is more contact time with the players, but there's a lot for them to try and understand. I'm also aware that there's a hell of a lot of good work that's already been done at the football club, but we have made new signings, so those players need to bed themselves in and understand what we want. But in terms of, has the training been really beneficial and excellent? Yeah. Each and every player has probably worked as hard, if not harder, than they've ever had to do so before. The facility here at Brunel has been brilliant for us. The use of the gym, the fact that we've got the 4G for a good length of time every day has made a big difference to us. But look, let's not judge at the moment on results. We performed excellently for 45 minutes in the game on Saturday against Chesham, but one error, unfortunately on Archie's behalf, meant that we lost a game of football where we completely dominated. But that's ultimately the game in a nutshell. What I will say now is the pre-season fixture schedule is excellent because it gives us a real opportunity against a varied level of opposition. So look, we've got another big game tomorrow night, one that I'm extremely excited about because it'll be my first time at the ground. It will be the first time for our new signings to play in front of our supporters. And it'll have a special meaning because Stuart and Matty are coming back with Notts County, who are undoubtedly a big team.
You spoke about the signings there. We've brought in Mariappa Eastman, 2 very experienced players, and then some younger players as well. There's quite a mix in the squad. Is that something you're trying to embed into this squad, a mix to really bring each other out?
Yes, but I'm also acutely aware that we're probably 3 or 4 players short where I want to be at the start of the season. That is, obviously a work in progress. The players that you've mentioned there are experienced, knowledgeable, understand the game, but they're winners. They're men that are desperate to be successful for this football club. And look, okay, the older players are maybe at a different stage of their career, but one thing I do know in speaking to them, that they harbour the same desires that I do, and that's to try and win football matches. Look, the younger players that we've signed, some of them will have a real impact this season. Others might have to be a bit more patient. But there's definitely going to be opportunities for everybody in pre-season. That's what pre-season's for. We want to get everybody fit. We want everybody to be strong. But I'm also acutely aware that they've got to perform when they're given the opportunity on the pitch. So the players tomorrow night that get the chance to play and start the game, they need to perform, and we need to hit a level consistently. But I'm also, aware that we are in the infancy of pre-season still, and there's loads for us to work on. So the results business side of this job hasn't started yet. We've got, another really, really good game for us. So managed against Notts County in pre-season last year, and in the FA Cup, we know that they're a team who have got a huge heritage. They've got a really good young manager. They've got some excellent players. They've made some good signings. It'll be a tough game for us, but one I'm really looking forward to because they're a team from a division above us. We want to really go and perform well tomorrow night. Those experienced players will be huge for us as the season goes on as well because they've been there, seen it, done it, and got the t-shirt, and that experience that they have is invaluable. It's invaluable for them, but it's also invaluable for the help in which they can give our younger players, because we are, a club that is built on a policy of youth. The football club has a wonderful youth development programme going along, really good youth team. I've met them all already, which is great, and I think we've shown this season already in pre-season that we want to, and I want to have a real strong relationship with the academy project that is going on here and at other sites.
Yeah. Something that I've noticed, at least in training, there seems to be a lot of camaraderie with the squad. The squad really get on. They seem to click well on and off the pitch. Is that something you feel is a big important factor?
Yeah. Look, you as a footballer, do you have to like all your teammates? No. Do you have to respect them? Yes.
Yeah.
We have some exceptionally good human beings here, and to be part of this group, you have to be a good person. That's one thing that attracted me to the football club. That everything that is seen on the football pitch on a Tuesday and a Saturday, or whatever day of the week that may be when we're playing, everybody behind the scenes and everybody on the pitch is fundamentally an excellent person. So the squad get on really well. We've got an excellent dynamic. But I spoke about when I took the role that it's more important we sign good people, because we understand we're not one of the big boys in the league, right? That therefore means that financially we probably won't be where those big boys are. So we need to make our signings count, and we need to be sure that each and every player that we sign will fit into that group in terms of their personality. And I will say that, yeah, they're really driven as a group though, and I love their work ethic, I love their endeavour, and their quality is getting better without a shadow of a doubt every day.
Obviously, you talk about them being a good person. Do you feel that's as important as their ability on the pitch?
Well, look, when you're a footballer, it's difficult because first and foremost you want a shirt, but to get that shirt you're competing with a teammate of yours to get into the team. Now, there's a certain way in which people go about that, and what I will say, the respect that our players have for each other and for themselves is exceptional. They are, without a shadow of a doubt, the best group of people I've ever worked with, in terms of their eagerness to want to learn, in terms of their energy, their effort, their work rate, and also the fact that there's a bit of an edge to them, but it's a respectful edge. So yes, being a good person is important. A club of our size, we can't get too many signings wrong because we can't afford to. So look, are we trying to recruit good people and good footballers? Yes. And as I said previously, I still think we're probably 4 signings short of where we want to be come the first game of the season.
And now going on to sort of a little bit about yourself. During your playing career, you played under managers like Redknapp, Allardyce. What do you feel you've taken from them that you can bring into your own managerial career?
Probably the biggest thing for me, without going into a huge amount of detail, is just be open and honest with people. Because in football there can be a lot of untruth, and one of the ways that I like to manage is to try and tell people the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Football is a game that's based on opinions. You only have to pick up the paper today and read about England to know that everybody's got an opinion about football. But all I can do, and all I can say is that one thing that I think is really important is your man management skills, or are your man management skills, how you talk to people, how you interact. And also, you know, from my perspective, it's giving players clear, concise messages with no grey area in the middle. And that's what we're trying to do. Where I'm really lucky is I've got support from a great group of staff, and that helps. But in terms of the things that you glean from other managers, there's different aspects that you like as a player when you're playing under those so-called big managers. But there's also things that you probably don't like. And alongside that, what you have to do is you have to find your own path, and you have to manage in the way that you feel is right for you, and that's what I'm going to do. And I think what we have here is we have, as I said to you, some really honest, hard-working people behind the scenes, and it's a real pleasure to come into the training ground.
You mentioned your team there, of course. Paul's come in, Wayne as well. How important are they to how you work as a manager?
Yeah, paramount, because you can't cover every base. I think if you meet somebody who tells you they know everything, I think I would question the truth in that. Do I know everything? No. Am I afraid to say that? No. Does that make me look a little bit vulnerable? Maybe. but you surround yourself with people that have a different skill set to you and a different knowledge. Wayne, you know, is brilliant because what Wayne does is he can see things and that I don't see. Now Paul's brilliant in a different way because he's really good at interacting with the players and also being that conduit between the players and myself. You can't do everything as a manager as much as you might want to. There aren't enough hours in the day. And as you say, one of the most important things for me was, when I got this job, was to have an assistant manager who has a real innate understanding of what non-league football looks like, but fundamentally he's a really good person that I know, and that's Paul in a nutshell.
Awesome. Cheers for your time, mate.
Okay, mate. Happy?
Yeah, spot on.
Top man.
Thank you, mate.